everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new Paramount Plus movie. It is on Netflix. It's called In the Between, and it is starring Zoe King, Kyle Allen, and this movie is directed by Ari Poison. And in this movie starts with, we see Tessa and Skylar. After the accident, we see Skylar, who is passed away in this movie. Tessa, she's in hospital, but she gets this message from Skylar that he's reaching out to her beyond, from other world, or that is why this movie's name is like In Between. Like, it looks like he's stuck there. So in this movie we see Tessa, she's trying to reconnect with him. This movie story, it is like, I feel like it is inspired from, the iconic romantic movie called The Ghost, starring Demi Moore. But this movie actually, although it is inspired from that movie, but this movie spent a lot of its time in the past. We actually see how Skylar and Tessa, they met in this movie, which is very sweet, I suppose. When I was watching it, I really liked some of their romantic scene with each other. Felt very genuine, and scenery in this movie, like the location I really like. However, this movie, although it is promising you in between story, but you don't really get that much in between story, unfortunately. Like, especially the supernatural story it promises you, you don't get it that much. Like, most of your time you have to spend in the past, like their dating scene and how they met and what is they have in common. And through the past scene, this movie was trying to show you like how Skylar somehow healed Tessa in this movie. But unfortunately, this movie, I feel like halfway through, it dragged so much that I lost my interest. Honestly, this movie promises you something, but shows you something else. That is what I was thinking when I was watching this movie. And that is my biggest gripe with this movie, is like, this movie does not show you enough in between scene. And if you have like, I normally really like this kind of story, like Ghost Whisperer. There's actually another show called In Between, this spirit, they're stuck in this in between world. I find this kind of story very interesting. Unfortunately, this movie has no interest showing you that. Although even this movie name is that, I really didn't like. I would say acting isn't always good from Zoe King. I feel like her acting is very uneven throughout the movie. I thought she isn't that good, honestly. I don't know how she got this gig. However, Kyle Allen, which I never seen him before, he really worked for the role he's playing here. He looks really good, and this nice, handsome guy. I like him a lot. I thought he was okay in this movie. Direction, however, this movie direction was poorly given. That is why this movie, when I was watching it, I could see it didn't work at all for me. Like, although you are trying to copy this ghost movie, but you're not showing me enough ghost in this. Although there is one medium person, she was acting like Opie, how Opie Goldberg is acted in Ghost, and she was acting like that. But unfortunately, it never shows you enough in between. I found this movie a little let down for me, but I can see some people will enjoy this movie, because this movie is teen romantic movie, and you see some scene, it is very, I would say, very cheesy for my taste. That is what I didn't like, but I could see some people enjoying it. I thought this movie was really not that good. And that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? You think this review, don't forget my other review. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.